The wind sound was so loud.
We stopped.
We are tWoTcast episode 353, I think. Maybe 4. I don't know.
No, he does not.
No. Okay.
All right, everyone shut the f*** up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go. We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time Reread Podcast. Explicit in R. Freaking rated. Jono's the wild card. Always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
No, he does not.
Okay.
Twice?
Yeah.
All right.
You're viewing tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time Reread podcast, now exhaustively covering not the companion anymore. We finally ended. Finally done with that. With me, as always, is Jono.
Jono.
Hey, Jono. Hey, man.
Hi.
Hey, that's a sweet shirt you got there.
Thanks. It's from Jordan Con, and I brought with me the companion anyway.
Just in case. Mine's right back there. Just in case.
Yeah. Never know when it's going to come up. Like my penis.
And I'm Joe, and Tom is frequently, most likely, always here too.
Study your math and your passing planes.
It's not that bad. I can sort of hear it.
It was on mute. That's why you couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
It's back.
Yeah, you know what I could hear? The wind.
Oh, just like the beginning of the books.
Yeah.
That was quite the gust.
Came down out of the mountains of mist, blew across the land.
Yeah.
I think we should start every show with that.
Just Tom going,
That'd be pretty fitting. But whatever.
hey, boys.
Hi.
This is a fun thing we're doing tonight. We're doing a little something different. It's called Just the Three of Us.
What are we doing?
It's a Will Smith song. It's not as popular as Just the Two of Us, but it's
It was a lost writing credits. And
Was that the very next song on the same album, or was that a follow-up on the next album?
It was a follow-up after he had his next kid.
It's bizarre. It didn't sell better.
That is actually weird. Now that I think about it. If you're one of his other kids, are you just like, this is bullshit?
Hey, what the fuck? He didn't write a song about me.
No.
He obviously doesn't care.
What in the actual fuck?
Anyway, hey, boys, hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
I don't know what to do when it's just the three of us.
I know, it's almost weird, and that's strange in and of
We
itself.
don't even chat that much anymore. Like to start the show when there's a guest, like we get like 30 seconds in, and then somebody's just like, "Bring the guest in," and then
we could do.
go.
We could do reading, watching, diddling. We haven't done that in a while.
We did talk a little bit before we brought the people in for Z.
Yeah. The people multiples.
Yeah. We talked for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
No, it's just nice when there's a guest and like you can be on the show but not
Pay attention.
Yeah. You can just sit back and be like, they're talking now.
You can toss yourself on mute.
Well, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be rude and interrupt the guest. I can interrupt John all
course
night,
not.
but I don't want to interrupt the guest.
Yeah, I'll interrupt you all night.
Yeah, because fuck it.
Yeah.
What are we doing tonight?
We are doing a
Podcast?
random it's really just a means to an end to have topics on what we love.
No.
That's the other world.
It's the tWoTties.
It's the Oh yeah, so that's right. It's the tWoTties, the Wheel of Time Awards.
It's so stupid, but awesome. I was really happy when Jono tweeted today that we're doing it because it's award season.
I know. We're literally going to do this for every book whenever the hell we feel like it, and
It's always award season.
Yeah,
I honestly,
it's always award season.
I almost replied underneath your tweet from our same account and changed season to just SZN to like really make it dumb. But I left that alone.
At any rate, look
Yeah,
at
we're
this.
gonna do
Good morning. It's 3:15 a.m. in Greece. I hope I'm still awake when you start.
I hope you're still awake when we end.
That was 8:18. That was a few minutes ago.
21 minutes
Who
ago,
knows?
yeah.
It's about 3:45 for him right now, I think.
Pilchard, that is devotion for the most
Pilchard Hartman.
undeserving cause.
Yeah.
If you're pushing yourself to stay awake just for the beginning,
Also, that's an interesting name.
see it through.
Oh, Ayush is here. Hi, Ayush. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Wild man Wyatt.
Well, here's a question: what are
Yeah.
you guys wearing on the for the red carpet today? I assume the red carpet, by the way, is not a euphemism for
Oh
menstruation.
my God, should I have dressed up?
You don't have to dress up. We just want to know. We just want to know who you're wearing.
Jono, apparently Jono's going to put on a tuxedo. Oh, he's back.
That was way too fast.
That was so quick.
I
Get
thought,
out of my shirt.
Amazing.
I thought you lost the internet. I guess it's really not. I guess it isn't that much effort to take off the T-shirt and then just throw it. It seemed really fast.
Oh, Patrick Menza is waving at that.
Yeah. Thanks, P-Mans. Is that Harry
Is
in this
it-
thing? No.
Is it now a reread podcast at tWoTcast?
Or not, we haven't read shit.
Yeah, we haven't read anything. I
No,
should
we're still
probably-
on. We're still on 3, I guess. Technically, we're in the middle of book. We need to start book 4.
Did we finish book 3 in the middle of our?
Yeah, we finished 3. We did for the third reread.
The funniest part is I really don't remember covering book 3.
Are you not wearing pants?
I've got pajamas on.
The wind blew across TWoT. Yes, that's true.
So what
Yeah,
were you
there's
guys?
Oh, it's nice
stimulating.
people. All right, Dan's trying to figure it out. Is it tWoTers, tWoTties, tWoTs,
It's just 2 T's.
Did Dan ask us that?
tWoTiacs? We've been asked this many times.
Did Dan ask us that on a show, or did he ask us that like on a call before we did a show? Like, what do you guys
that
call
might
your
have been? I
fans?
think that might have been a call before a show.
And we said we don't, and he didn't believe us.
Yeah, we said we call them listeners.
It's like, now you must have a nickname, and we don't.
We don't. Yeah.
Well,
we call
before
them
we were
the
on
unfortunate
YouTube, we
people.
called them viewers as a joke. but
I know.
now we're on YouTube, and it's not as funny.
It doesn't bode well. Yeah.
Just want to go back to listeners.
Yeah, let's just go back to listeners. I'm gonna say you're listening to tWoTcast every time we intro the show, even though they're watching it.
Should we start the
also-
tWoTties?
Yeah.
For the next show, we should also not record the audio and still just mouth you're listening.
Costume changes in too. Oh, Dan.
Dan, I'll see you in 3.
I would actually, if Taylor Swift wore no shirt and no tie, I might go see that concert.
Tickets
Probably
sold out real fast, by the way.
Yeah, I probably still wouldn't go.
Damn. She's wildly popular, Tom. You're not a Swiftie? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I like some Taylor Swift.
It's the Wheel Time Awards. We're calling it the tWoTties.
It's so majestic.
It is actually very nice.
Did you
Yeah.
see how good that looks?
I wish I had a second costume change, by the way. Just like
I'm so sad you're calling it the Wheel Time Awards, not the tWoTties. We're doing a book
No,
by
I mean
book.
it's called the Academy Awards. They get an Oscar.
Oh, that's a really good point.
it's called an Oski, first off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get a tWoTie at the Wheel of Time Awards.
Who would? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I've got a half tWoTie right now.
Just
That's
one
it?
lip.
Just a half. I mean, I may get excited later.
Yeah.
A little early in the game to get that excited.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't maintain an erection for the entire stream.
A twatty, not an erection. Twatty.
Yeah.
You can tell Joe's getting a little more excited because there's kind of a little more definition on his lips. If you would get closer, and if you look towards one side, a little pearl of moisture.
Yeah, just a little
More of
bit.
that. I don't know how to be part of any of this.
Just your brother. Just talk.
Are you doing the whole show in a tie?
I was gonna put my shirt back on.
I sure hope so.
No, you're into it now.
All right, so All right. So we have 10 categories, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, 10 categories. It's kind of Oscar style.
We're doing the Eye of the World. Actually, I don't really feel like this is, for the first time ever, not very spoilery for other books in the series.
Yeah, it should be just for this book.
Yeah, it's pretty much just this book. So I mean, this is one of the first times ever that a new listener could actually listen to our show. Not really.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get going once Jono does the monologue and the opening musical act.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. That's for.
So this is our episode covering the tWoTties, the Wheel of Time Awards.
Dude,
Jono, take it away with the first musical act.
It's actually me playing skin flute, and I apologize for not getting ready.
Oh,
well, it's going to get kicked
take
off
a Viagra and let's get
real
in.
fast.
That's it. I really don't. I don't have.
I was right. Still wouldn't be worth the paper.
Oh wow! I didn't say that.
Damn, Ayush.
I feel like Ayush sometimes takes things that I say from a 1 to a 10.
And that's why we like Ayush.
I think
because we like-
basically every time.
Also, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna like put a little bit out there, and then he'll just.
That looks like when a Glean skims the dreamland and bangs go in. Skims the dream.
Oh shit.
Save that for the after party.
Man, that would have been so good if you had just flipped.
Well, the problem is like this chair goes back further than I thought, but my knees were caught on like the little keyboard thing that rolls in and out, and so like I lost like all ability to control my body.
What a time to drop into the stream. Hey, Brando.
That's Brandon Sanderson, everyone. Really great job.
Keep Elayne's name out of your fucking mouth.
Well, we're not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, we're not. She's one of the categories.
Yeah.
All right. You just want to move on to the first category? Or do you have
Let's do the first category.
The first category is kind of dumb for the first book. It's going to be a lot better for all the rest of the books. But we're doing
Oh, sorry.
way later. We're doing the Chris Traeger Award for Best New Character.
I mean, Tom, for the viewer and/or listener that doesn't know who Chris Traeger is, can you explain why that's the best new character?
Oh, because Parks and Rec is a fucking amazing show. When it first came on TV,
That is true.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
then all of a sudden, Chris Traeger showed up, and it just
Rob
jumped up.
Lowe's character.
Yeah, 10 different levels, and Adam Scott.
Yeah,
True. No, yeah, of course. But the key there is that Chris Traeger is the best new character. Like usually when a show hits a second season or something and they start throwing new people into the mix to like make the show interesting, doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Either
That's
way,
even worse.
they changed those two showing up changed the whole game.
Yeah. So typically this would be an interesting category, I think, for every other book in the series. But for the first one, since technically every single character is a new character, it's hard to.
It's
kind of hard to.
It's weird for the first one because you're basically just picking your 4 favorite characters, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
Also,
yeah.
you guys also kind of didn't understand the assignment. So when you sent me your nominees, they weren't totally there. So
I was avoiding. I was just avoiding. I understood it. I was just avoiding Rand and like Matt and Perrin and Egwene and like I just like why they're all the normal cat. They'll get plenty of awards throughout these 14 books. Like why front load all that? But when you were like include the main cast, I was like, all right, fine.
They don't come up too much tonight in these awards, but for best new character, well, the first one I didn't have him listed, but both of you did. So Tom Maryland.
I mean, I love Tom Maryland. Good job, Jono.
Was the top.
I love Tom Maryland.
Oh, I guess so people know we're gonna throw out 3 of the people we kind of discussed, and then we'll just hand the award to the 4th person rather than just name all the nominees and say who the winner was and move on to the next category.
Hopper.
Do it like that.
Obviously wins this. I mean, come on. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see, Ayush.
Yeah, we wrote this sober too, so it's maybe
Jono looks like white rice on a paper plate in a snowstorm.
It's fair. Yeah, it's very fair.
Hey, Matt Stagger's here.
It's what happens when you're this pale.
I feel like what he described is just whiteness. Everybody loves Tom Maryland more than I do. I like Tom.
All right, like listen. I mean, Tom. Why do you not like Tom as much as us? I don't know. There's something about Tom that I like love that transcends into the other books.
Yeah.
And
it's book one, Tom, too. Let's be honest. Like, book one,
but he's
Tom comes
fantastic
in-
in book one. He comes on the
Fucking
scene. He's
badass.
the gleaming. He's super interesting. He has all this news. He's weirdly wise and knowing from the outside world. He saves them from the midroll, like run you fools. Like it's great.
Yeah,
it's great
like,
all around.
he's telling like all the cool prophecies and shit like that, and like every allusion to everything that happens after the story or before the story comes from Tom Maryland and like
taking care of the boys on the boat and stuff like that, and like keeping them
Forcing.
safe and stuff when he didn't really need to. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's Tom's awesome character.
I think I always pictured him as older than he is. And I also always pictured him as the Tin Man from The Wiz with Michael Jackson.
You know, you're describing how people think of you, right?
From The Wiz?
Well, my name is also Tom.
Oh wait, I was thinking the Clockwork Man thing from
Maybe not The Wiz.
Return to Oz.
Yes, Return to Oz. That one.
Oh, so that is right?
Yeah. See? Oh, so you see that too?
Yeah, just a round bowl dome of copper with a copper mustache.
I'm not really sure what it is.
Goes up and
This
down.
should be a 6-hour show.
You know the copper mustache that moves up and down keeps the cars out, Tom.
We'll move on. We won't go too far with everybody, especially for this. All right. Also, in contention was the knave.
Okay.
I don't know how much we need to talk about that. Every fan poll. She's what, top 3?
Yeah,
probably.
she's a lot of people's main character or favorite character. I'm kind of shocked at that. I mean, she is also one of mine, but I'm also kind of shocked at it.
I feel like every poll we see, Matt and Moraine, one of the two wins it every time. Whatever the contest might actually be.
Yeah.
Well, that'll happen when you start at book 4.
Yeah, you started this.
So
Tom's never gonna let that go, and he shouldn't.
Yeah.
How many different drinks does Jono have? LL. I don't know, Pat. 3. All right.
a regular, you have to have a shot, a chaser, and a regular drink.
No, it's not a shot. Remember, this is my Calvados.
Yes. Calvados. So aside from Nynaeve, Tom, who else do we have for?
Rand. Rand, of course.
Oh, Rand, of course. Yeah.
I think that was. Yeah, Rand was.
I mean, of the 3 boys, like
in
in the first book, like he's your fit. Like that's who you're.
Yeah.
You know,
honestly,
like, you're in his back pocket the whole.
I mean, he kind of has to be best new character. It's literally about him.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you want to put Ayush's comment back on the screen. The best new character from the world is obviously Min Farshaw.
All right. You know what?
You introduced
Min obviously wins this. I mean, come on. He's not wrong. He knows us well.
Introduced the best character in the series in the first book, and that's the best new character.
I mean,
I disagree. For first book purposes, Min's she's fine. Whatever.
What?
It's not first book purposes. It's just best new character.
It's just the best new
In
character.
the book, though. This is book 1.
Are you kidding? I could argue for her just as well as I did for Tom.
She is
the
just
interesting way she's introduced to them, the
She's
weird
badass.
connection she has with Rand right away, the fact that she sees the mirror draw with him in the hallways freaks out. The thing
viewing
that
all
she can see
that,
the future.
She doesn't actually
Amazing.
see the draw with him.
The viewings. Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
Jenna, you're not great at understanding the category. It's just best new character.
It's book specific.
No, it's not.
It is book specific.
This is very unbook specific because it's just best new character. It's very
In this book.
In this book.
and they're all introduced in this book.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. All right. But anyway, congratulations. She is, of course, at the end of the day, one of my favorite characters by far. So no worries there.
Yeah.
But
Do you have music? This would have been a great time to play Jono off.
I'm playing myself off under the table. So no
Something to think about for next time.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I have some soothing background music.
Hey!
You guys
What
ready
about
for
this? Dance pop.
None of this works for an award show.
No, that's bad.
Are you ready for the next category?
Yeah. I'm always ready.
I'll read you what I wrote on this Excel spreadsheet that I had to write at work, and I couldn't type everything out. I just put the Hake R Award for Best S Moment.
The best sexual moment.
It's it's the Hake Rape Award for best sexual moment. But I couldn't.
Hey, that's like narrowing the field of what best sexual moment means.
I couldn't chance
the horrible crimes.
I couldn't chance anybody going by.
Oh man.
So some of the nominees, we didn't have a ton of nominees for this because there's not a lot of sex in the first book.
There is.
What about my?
It's a sexual moment. It doesn't mean sex necessarily.
So, first nominee, Joe put Elayne and Rand bumping their heads into each other when they meet as like
no, Rand bumping his head when he falls in and meets Elayne for the first time. It's very romantic.
Or kind of
it's very Princess Bride, as you.
I had Nynaeve and Lan having their conversation near the lake in the Seven Tower, stuff like that, like very barely anything. But I feel like that's almost as far as we got with a lot of stuff that didn't involve some darker villain shit.
The actual just hate rape. Yeah.
Well, what are you talking about? Anyway, Jono submitted that they actually banged on the show.
Oh,
yeah,
really? You're going with the show too? Okay.
No, we're not going to the show too. I would have disavowed that.
I assumed we could do these awards for the show too, Jono. I mean, you don't overreach.
But we had so few
sex moments,
potentials. Yeah, and then the other two are pretty dark.
What were they?
What are they?
Well, I mean, one is
wait. Wild Man Wyatt, Rand and Lan work on sword forms. It's pretty good.
I mean, that is
pretty good.
Working on sword forms is teaching someone how to jerk off. They do it a lot.
I know they do that a lot. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't stand out in the book as like the best moment. I know what you mean. Got a couple.
No, depressingly enough, the most overtly sexual moment, I think, is Agenor and Balthamel showing up and Agenor explaining how Balthamel is just going to leather face mask rape everybody on the scene.
Leatherface. I just literally that Balthamel at the end. Exactly.
Yeah. It's a very good sex moment book.
Oh, that's horrible. Also, it is. I mean, it still might be the best though because it's horrifying.
It's terrifying.
It's still a really good moment.
Horrifying Balthamel is, and then it being explained what he's about to do by also a really grotesque old man.
Leatherface rape is not like top 10. Yeah,
it's something of a Pulp Fiction ending,
cringe-worthy moment that happens to be sexual.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's still a really good sexual moment.
It's great
in the fact that is.
Yeah, but the winner of the Hake Rape Award for best sexual moment is Hake Rape.
I mean, obviously. I feel like I'm amazed we got that long without talking about it.
That's why it was the second category after best new or best new character, just because these two are kind of giveaways in book one.
Rand and Matt Dryhope Rape Award in book
two. Lucas, I'm excited for if you look back on a fanfic probably of that first night in Bearlawn though, when they all go like shower themselves or bathe themselves with Lan.
Oh yeah, didn't Jono say that? Jono, you wrote that, didn't you?
I did. Tom apparently didn't.
I can't put everything into everything.
I know, but I like the bathtub scene.
Yeah, I like the bathtub scene.
Well, you didn't put it. Only one person did.
Okay. Brando said when Green Man and Balthamel, and I think he means when Green Man turns into a giant tree and that shoots straight up Balthamel's anus.
I think he actually goes into literally every single one of his orifices, including his pores.
I mean, as far as sexual moments go,
like anyone has ever felt before.
Can you imagine how big Green Man's dick would have been? Like, because he was like,
I mean, he was also growing. I think exponentially at that point.
Infinity.
Yeah. It turned everyone into a goatsy until they
small enough to start going up your urethra, large enough to rip you in half at the end. That's horrifying.
All right, yeah.
Planted lots of seed in Balthamel.
Oh, what are those babies?
Thank you, Wild Man Wyatt.
Agreement.
Oh,
Weird bait.
ugh. I don't know if I
Because
want to
he's
think
a
about
leather
that.
sack of
It's a
bait.
new race in the fourth
Look at-
age,
Yeah, make a note. Future,
like
future
the
episode.
Green Man, like
Make it, future
that are
episode, make a
like
note.
half human, half plant creatures, and they're like, where did all these come from? They walked out of what used to be the blight.
All right. So next category. I think we're gonna fine tune this.
Okay, we got through 2 categories pretty quickly. Okay, we only have 8 more to go.
We still have plenty of time.
Tank more.
Plenty of time.
It's we kind of, as we talked when we talked about this the first time, we were kind of talking about like, oh, best plan or best battle or best action scene. So the nominees, I think they're good, but it's the This Is It, Don't Get Scared Now award for best battle.
I love it. I love that you changed it to This Is It, Don't Get Scared Now. Because I wrote initially Kevin's battle plan because it says battle plan at the top of his little crayon drawing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's perfect.
Mm.
And you're like spreading a map out like Perrin does for the Battle of the Two Rivers. You know, like you could just picture someone unrolling Kevin's battle plan.
While
But
also
This Is It,
having
Don't Get Scared Now.
Yeah.
Award for best battle or attack or trap. I don't
All
know.
right. So so it's a combination of best battles, best traps.
It's really just action scene. Best
action scene in a way,
Yeah.
but much as we can possibly tie it back to Home Alone as well. But you guys didn't have anything that tied it back to Home Alone, and I could only think of one, so that's our first nominee. It's when Rand is running from the house through the woods, and Tam is telling him to go, and then Tam's going in the other direction, and fake yelling that like, "Oh, Rand over here!" Anyway, I call that the "over here dummies" moment.
They do look for him.
Upstairs, dummies.
Come upstairs, you horse's ass.
That's a really good entry.
Yeah. Also, right around that point, Rand almost steps into a rake, that kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%.
There were micro machines. That's what made
Set all the splintered pieces of the door up in the hallway before he ran out.
Yeah.
It is a
is the Trolloc when it walked through the door sprayed with hot water. It wasn't Rand throwing it. He opened the doorknob and it just hot water just poured on his face.
If any of that had been pre-set up, I mean, some sort
What
of.
if when Narg walked in, if it just like sheep shears just cut his head off?
just glue and feathers. Maybe it wasn't a Trolloc. Maybe it was Joe Pesci with the glue and the feathers.
That's why
It's just like a Trolloc.
we figured it out.
Holy shit! It was someone.
Not really smart. More like you're actually a person just covered in glue and feathers, dressed like a chicken.
The other answers are more serious.
Yeah, they're real answers. What's the best action scene in this book?
Well, there's the Tarwin's Gap moment. I can't remember which one of you guys wrote that down.
I think I wrote that.
Yeah, it was Joe.
Yeah, I mean Rand coming down with all that power and just being like to all the Trollocs, like, come on.
And the drag car in the Myrddraal and the silver spoon.
Also, like the trap of them running down a small gap in the mountains is it's classic battle plan. Funnel the enemies into a small area.
I think Jono put the Raven hunt or running from the Ravens. That was I love that scene.
It's
Yeah,
one of
that's
the
great.
creepiest ones. Like when you think and like when they find the fucking fox with one eye out, like it's disturbingly tense scene for what becomes pretty routine. Like, oh look, dark one's eyes, whatever.
It makes the fact that they're out in the open, like, and unprotected from anything, just feel actually horrifying. Versus like, I don't know, just being scared and alone to being scared and alone and out in the open where they could be ripped apart by a 1,000 birds.
Well, parents scared of the open.
It's basically, I mean, it is like they're in a giant Central Park.
It's a bird lady.
Oh shit!
Damn it!
This is so obvious.
I think it has to win now. they covered in birdseed.
God damn.
That's fantastic.
I was
Thank you,
right there in
Jono.
front of us
So
the whole
much for
time. The sad thing is how long we talked about it before somebody.
I know, yeah.
It's the first
Yeah.
place.
You said this is an interesting one. I always love
All
the Mac
these
and Shin
years.
moment. I agree with that. Yeah, that's pretty trap-like. You know, they're running through a city trying to escape something as it's closing in on them. That's pretty Kevin McAllister.
I'm gonna.
Shin's not a bad rapist either.
He's all talk, no action.
That's true.
Yeah.
All sizzle, no steak. Yeah, but action scene, actiony scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna announce the winner, and then I'm gonna go use the restroom. You guys are just gonna talk about it. It's the battle before they go into Shatter Logoth.
Yeah, I think that's fucking brilliant. I may have put that, so I'm cheating. I'm giving myself a hand, but like the way, like the pincer movement from the Trollocs of blowing their horns, if you know what I mean. So like, just like keep moving them back.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
push it.
The whittling them into a corner.
Yeah. And they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling Ice to Die and then
and going into a creepy horrible city that
2,000-year-old hellhole with a clever plan. That's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah. And like the way that sets it up, it's almost like too dumb, like just bad timing. Like, you know, you would have thought they would also like, this is one place they can vanish, but at the same time, people vanish there for a reason. You can't get out unless you use wards and shit.
You said also the only time we've seen the Trollocs really have an actual strategy.
That's not true. I
don't think it's true, but also it's really the Mildral that has the strategy. It's not really. They're just driving the Trollocs forward in a competent manner.
Yeah, Trollocs kids are stupid. But I think my favorite usage of Trollocs is going to be the next book at the fucking Mardi Gras in Carrion, just pretending to be.
I don't remember what my number one pick was because I don't think Tom said it. Oh yeah, the Trollocs. Man, we need to adjust that. It's not about as close to Home Alone as we can make the books. It's not the awesomest fucking action scene in the books.
But
I mean, going back to Brando's reference of Green Man murdering Balthamar, I think I put that. I could be wrong though. I don't remember. Maybe I put that for something else.
Oh look, PP Face Tom is back.
Narc had strategy.
Narc did it.
Wyatt put the charge when Matt started shouting in the old tongue.
Yeah, that's the same scene. Yeah, that's
it's
awesome.
Yeah.
That is the best action scene of the book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Pretty close to it with all of them together. You think they're gonna die? There's somebody is.
That's true.
14 books, man.
It makes
that book
fact that they entered Shatter Logoth purposeful. Like it seemed like they had no other choices because they really were being like blocked in and hedged in. So it's like versus the show, where not necessarily the case.
Right.
Yeah. Next category.
Yeah, we are supposed to have a musical number here between these two categories. Do we not have one?
I mean, I have this. Do we want to watch that whole thing?
Jono,
yeah.
We have a few act breaks in between categories to discuss your favorite part of the Dark One's plan each time. So what's your favorite Dark One's three-pronged plan for weather in this book?
The weather prong is probably the most loaded with plans going on here. Like the overarching.
I feel like we need to do a refresh on that. Like we need to illustrate our three-pronged plan that we.
Well, it's not ours. It's real quick.
It's the Dark One's.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know it's the Dark One's plan, but I mean, we need to
elucidate. Yeah.
We need to illustrate. Yes, thank you, Jono. We need to illustrate what that means because a lot of
people. Can we elucidate what the word elucidate means?
So
we need to illustrate what elucidate means.
Yeah. Joe, take one.
Weather.
Tom. Okay, we'll go with me. I'll take headaches. Tom, congratulations.
Great.
Yeah.
The Dark One plans to weather, headache, and rape everyone out of existence. That is all he ever does.
Every single plan.
We say it's a joke, but really it's just based on actual evidence over the course of our reread that, on 300-ish episodes of tWoTcast where we figured it out. Like, it's all about changing the weather to cold when it's supposed to be hot and hot when it's supposed to be cold.
Maybe some rain, or maybe no rain.
Or maybe too much rain.
Yeah,
or maybe not enough.
Yeah.
If the weather sucks and you have a headache and you're getting raped,
it's a tough day.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world.
It's the apocalypse.
There's a lot of headaches, and it's not just Egwene that gets the headaches. It's a lot of headaches going on throughout the series.
You channel for your
and
first time?
Finally, obviously, the most atrocious act of all, while still remaining alive, rape.
Yeah. So in this case, to me, the first one that leaps out is weather, right? The whole setting for the first book is spring is not sprung. It's, the snow is hanging on too long. It's not warm enough. The crops, even though it's Beltane, winter's night, all that shit, there's nothing. But of course, by the end of
Twitter-pated. Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of it, though, all of a sudden spring comes with a hurry, just like I usually do, and things are better.
It's when you come with a hurry, it's called Zum.
I don't know why I like that.
It's a dumb joke from our Z episode.
This is the best we have for like in memoriam and lifetime achievement award is just
oh my god. Do we need an in memoriam every book? We should absolutely have done that.
Actually, well,
Almond Bug's whole family.
Almond Bug's dead wife takes the cake in this one.
I don't know if she's dead yet.
She's not.
She will be. Bitch.
All right. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next category.
Wait. Did we finish that? What was that? I don't even know.
Weather. Weather. The prong of the
right.
Yeah.
The first part of the 3-prong plan. Gotcha.
Yeah. John will tell us the next part when we get to the next break.
Okay.
All right. The next award is the Dumbledore Award for I don't even know what to call it.
Dumbledore. It's the Mentor of the Year award. It's the most valuable old person.
Oh, the MVO.
Could have been the Gandalf Award.
No. Dumbledore came first.
Everything's a rip off of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter came first, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you gotta start from the original.
You dumb dick.
You know that part when like God's talking to Jesus? Rip off of Dumbledore.
Right. Just like that's why Jesus had to die. The apostles couldn't stand on their own without him. Everybody knew that.
Hey, Overseers, how are you?
Elias.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah. He's great. Come on. I didn't vote for him, but he's great.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even think of him, and then it was on John's
I didn't think of him either.
That was clear.
When I saw Jono put that, I was like, his answers are more thought out than mine. Got it.
Cerebral man right here.
Lan. What do you guys think about that guy? You think he's pretty good?
Yeah. He's he's an obvious mentor, but not so much in the first book. So I'm glad he didn't win.
Yeah.
Hey, you're shocking non-winner. Oh, you have more to say about?
Yeah, I do. It's interesting that Joe is okay to say, "Oh, not in the first book," and yet when I was trying to discuss with other things about best new characters,
I agreed with you.
Thank you. And yet Tom,
that's why he's not the winner, but a nominee.
Whole point. You made my point for me.
Not really. They're very different categories. You don't understand the categories. I want to make sure you understand that.
All right, and
I think he does. Jono, here's the key. We all voted for Min. She has to be the winner. We all voted for her.
If everyone picks the same person. And that was the only person that everybody picked.
See? There you go. I mean, it's a rigged system because Tom sees our answers first, but then answers.
I already know. I already know my answers.
Clearly, it has to be Elayne.
Well, anyway, the surprising non-winner, Moraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's the Gandalf, you know,
Not.
she's the Dumbledore. I get it.
I mean, the winner's Tom Maryland. He was the literal Dumbledore. He died so that they couldn't have his help anymore.
I hope it
Yeah.
comes back.
Dumbledore
Literally-
that says you shall not pass, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do love that there's two Dumbledores. Well, although I guess
He yells, "You shall not pass that to Kisa." I
well,
can't.
that's
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
it's, it's Dumbledore. It's not Dumbledore. He
I mean, I
yells-
think Tom Maryland's the best mentor because he takes Rand and Matt under his wing for a very
Yeah.
small amount of time, and they somehow survive on their own as ignorant morons all the way from where he leaves them
yeah,
to
from
Camelot. I
Whitebridge
think that's
to
pretty.
Camelot.
That's pretty
Yeah.
solid mentoring.
It's true.
I
To
think.
mark a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he literally taught them how to survive with nothing, no money, to walk into a strange town with no money and survive and find a bed for the night in like the span of like what, a couple of weeks.
I think Moraine doesn't win just because she's just kind of like, I could tell you, but I won't.
Yeah,
Yes, not a good mentor.
single most obnoxious thing. Again,
Jake taught the boys a thing or two. That's true. That's true.
Moraine's just like, I handed out the syllabus on the first day and you didn't read it. I'm not going over it again.
How dare you? Even ask the question. Get out of my classroom. We're in the campsite with you. I don't understand
not
what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I mean, Tom Maryland. I mean, you know, he's got the Dumbledore Award for this one.
Yeah, he's
I think it
definitely-
makes sense. Yeah.
Tom Maryland is perfect to me. Like the way he comes in, gives you enough like bizarrely interesting. I do love Basil Gill. Basil Gill.
Basil Gill,
Yeah.
low key. Yeah, I see that.
You know
Also,
who he
probably
played-
better in another book though. This award is
Yeah.
going to exist. You know,
I consider Basil Gill. I think I had Basil as my 4, and then I saw your Elias Elliot. I don't like Elias Elliot, and I was just
Elias.
like, oh, yeah, John is right.
Yeah, but Basil Exposition in the next Austin Powers movie, he
Yeah.
won that.
Fantastic.
Good job, Joe.
Joe, can we
yeah,
see
you
the-
want some sandstorm?
Actually, can we see the tunnel and the lights real quick and the awards thing?
Yeah, sure.
This one had a little glamour to it. Oh yeah, there we go.
It's the Wheel of Time Awards. The tWoTties.
See, now it feels like we're doing something important. Does everybody realize that's a Choden cow?
I don't know. It's not hugely obvious. I made
It
it
is.
very iconicized it.
Next award. You guys ready?
I'm always ready.
Sure.
This is the fucking classic Elayne award for Elayne's horseman.
Classic Elayne. This is the Joe Hates Elayne Award. What did she do that pisses Joe off the most in every book? Classic fucking Elayne. Classic Elayne can mean a lot of things. Like if we have guests on the show for other books, like and Classic Elayne comes up, they might have positive things to say about Elayne.
Honestly,
And it might
this is
win.
This is Elaine's most positive
But
book.
this is to us. This is we hate Elayne. And
I like her in this book.
This is what pissed us off the most. You know.
I like her in this book, and that's why
All
it
right.
feels like such savagery afterwards.
All right. Well, moment number 1 is strange boy falls over a wall while most dangerous criminal in the world is outside, and she's just like, let's help him out.
Yeah. Classic Elayne. Her brother is like literally her bodyguard and like, hey, maybe we should arrest this guy. And she's like, no, it's just a young man with a bump on his head
Breaking into the palace.
breaking into the palace.
Yeah, classic
I'm
Elayne.
sure it's perfectly innocent.
By mistake.
By-
Not a big deal.
it was a goof.
Right by the queen's children. Whatever. I
So
mean,
Joe wins with the "We Came Together" reference, by the way.
Yeah.
it's,
No, it's the 10.
Oh shit, that is. You're right. Sorry, I was on the wrong movie.
What else is in the classic Elayne category?
when her older brother comes and she's let a criminal into the palace, and he's like, I'm gonna go tell the guards. She's like, this fucking dickhead's gonna go tell the guards. We better what you got. We better help you escape, criminal man.
Again, you take away the agency.
Kind of the same moment, but I agree. Yeah.
You take away the like you're reading from Rand's point of view. And you're like, wow, this Galad guy's a real dick. And then you turn it around, you look around, and you're like, Galad is so much smarter than all these guys.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah,
And in this case, I mean, yeah, sure. As the reader, you know Rand's harmless, but like, they should genuinely be worried. Like, I understand why they're not worried.
Also, quick spoiler, legitimate spoiler. He's going to help destroy this fucking palace.
Was this a classic Elayne moment for Elayne or for Rand or for both? I mean, yeah, but I mean both.
It's both.
I mean, it's the second time
But
it's come up.
we're trying to point out the Elayne moments. You know,
The Elayne of it all. The fucking
Elayne of it all.
Elayne of it all.
You know.
Next would be when her mom was like, well, maybe we should put him in jail for like a day to make sure he's not the devil. And then she steps in front of him. She's like, I'll kill you. You have to kill him first. Like, you met this guy 5 seconds ago.
A little histrionic. That's okay.
Calm down. How do you know? He's Taverin. My bodyguard is a fucking dickhead. Let me help you. Weird criminal instead. Classic Elayne.
And then, all right, so the winner for
Thank you,
fucking
Dan.
Classic Elayne Award for Elaine's worst moment is existing.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what it is because I was wondering what it was because you'd kind of said everything that I said, and I hate her a lot. So I was like, what else could it be?
I thought
what could be the winning thing? Oh, she's existing. Yeah,
I
classic Elayne.
Actually, I have a spoiler for the next 14 tWoTties or 13.
it's gonna be
Not for the next 13 books, but yeah, the winner will always be existing.
I really thought that mine was gonna like because to me the most Elayne moment is Rand telling Egwene like, "Hey, I met a princess or I met a daughter heir."
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah,
Egwene
but that's
being
not
so
really
upset.
about her.
Yeah, but it's symptomatic of Elayne that like no matter what, just you're existing. To your point, is enough to be fucking infuriating.
Pseudo the existing answer. Good job, John.
I think people will be on their edge of their seats every single award show waiting for the one book where existing is not her worst moment and there's something much worse.
I can tell you right now, one of my 4 answers every single time is going to be some version of her just existing.
Maybe she was the
like the time she was wearing that dress, the time
But it
she
might
sat
not
in the
win.
chair.
It might not win the award.
It might not. It might not.
Elaine's the fourth prong of the Dark One's plan. So twisted that bitch is.
I mean, Elayne is a headache.
Hey, do you want to buy a tWoTcast shirt and give it to Jono? You can do so.
Good job. Good product placement. Yeah.
I thought it was good.
That worked really well.
Can't see my nipples from here. I did not intend to be shirtless this whole
Like
time.
a real Aeon Flux.
Oh my
aesthetic
gosh,
going on
Wild
there.
Man Wyatt literally said what you were saying, Jono.
Yeah,
She isn't in it,
exactly.
but when Egwene doesn't believe Rand met a princess. Yeah.
Wildman Wyatt, I'm right there with you, obviously, because I think that's the most like quintessential, like somehow starting shit without even like being there.
Yeah, not even being there, and you're starting an argument. That's good.
Yeah.
I sort of like that the best now. You brought me around to it. I wasn't there at first. I was like, she's not even in the scene.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
Classic.
I mean, that can actually. I mean, it was one of the nominees. It just wasn't one of the top 4 nominees.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah, I get it. Also, for this title card, I almost literally wrote "Ugh," ellipses, classic Elayne. I was like, I'll just leave classic.
Change it to Elayne, your existence, wolf.
Sickening. Elayne,
We already coined classic Elayne. I can't change it now.
Yeah,
All right, Todd. What do we got next?
we're doing best. We're on to best villain. It's a big category.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah.
It's a big category. Yeah. All right, best villain.
Oh shit! Johnny, do a drum roll on your tits. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Nominee number 1, Hake, at his rate. That was it.
Could there be a more obvious? I know I was smoking. Could there be a more obvious answer? I mean, come on.
I guess we don't have
He's
that much
one
to
of
say
the
about
best villains, if not the best. Well, clearly not.
Very
the best.
underappreciated.
it. Yeah.
I agree. I don't think, and we discussed this on our show when we read those chapters, obviously back in the day.
12
but,
years
like, 12 years ago, and closer to 2 years ago. But
yeah.
it was a reread. But I don't think a lot of people fully understood the undertones to what was going on in that situation.
Not many villains more foul than one that wants to trap 2 underage boys in a room, steal everything they've got, and gang rape them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think that's pretty top tier villain.
Yeah, especially
Just a dude that's running an inn.
Genocidal, whatever.
It's an interesting question of like what the fuck else was going on, right? Because like Howl goes out there as an actual dark friend, whatever. But how many dudes has Hake robbed and raped?
Well, that's the real question,
right? Yeah.
I mean, this has happened way more times than once.
Yeah, and he's got 2 dudes who are more than willing to go down with it, right? Literally.
When somebody commits a crime and you're like, this isn't the first time he did it, it's the first time we caught him.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the first time
that's the key.
Tried to gang rape 2 underage boys. It's the first time.
What are his manhandlers? Strom and
Thurman.
Yeah, Strong and Thurman.
Is it Braun?
No,
Strom.
it's shit. What are they?
Strom and Braun?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Jack. It's Jack.
Oh, Jack and Strom. Yeah. Jack and Strom.
All right, so here's the point. They're like, they know the drill. They've done this before.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like this new thing where like, hey, we put people in the background. We put the poor kids in the background, steal other things, and we bury their bodies in the creek out back. Like, this is a new thing. Or this is not a new thing. This is a thing they've done many times.
That inn is the scene where like 50 police cars and the FBI show up and it's on the news and they're just like, the bones of 87 bodies have been found.
Yes,
like, at least.
Local innkeeper arrested for, foul smells coming out of his storage room.
It didn't have enough lime.
Where we found multiple bodies.
Yeah. But they were all in good shape.
Now that we've discussed it, I feel weird that he was the first on the name. I mean, they're not
the infamous hate
But remember, he wasn't a
that was the was that the sequel to that Disney movie, The Apple Dumpling Gang?
Yeah, it's that Dumpling Gang sequel.
Could Don Knotts play Hake?
It's real dark.
Don Knotts.
He'd make it great.
Disney was like, you know how they have like a disclaimer in front of like Peter Pan because it's like they're like, this is racist, by the way, like on Disney Plus. The infamous hate rape gang gets it's a large paragraph. Don't watch this. And then they sing Zippity Doodah, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god! The amount of time we could spend talking about Hake, and then I'm gonna move on to all the others and be like, yeah, they're bad too.
Yeah, yeah, they're not even dark. He's not even a dark friend.
That's okay.
I mean, just
because he's clearly the worst doesn't mean he wins the award. It's fine. Like, people get shafted at the tWoTties all the time.
The next one, we've already touched on it, but it's Balthamo. I mean, come on.
Also, big
extra creepy. Extra good villain.
Super dark rape. It was real messed up.
Like, wouldn't you really look at what the fuck? Like he's one of the more just disturbing Forsaken on his own, and he's only in there for literally 6 pages, maybe. Then of course, spoiler, it comes back later. But he's more disturbing there than as Erengar.
Mm-hmm.
That was right. Erengar is like strangely sexual woman who's there to kind of have her tits out and fuck things up. But as the original Balthamo, congrats on knowing where the letters are, just comes out rapey as fuck.
Oh yeah, he's just. I've been sleeping on the edge of the bore of the seal for thousands of years.
My
body's falling apart. I only have a few minutes once that opens up.
How big is your morning wood if you fall asleep for 1,000 a year?
Raging boner.
John, wait, is it 3?
Yeah, but it's also probably like psoriasis dick. Like it's like ashy and like about to fall apart too. So
Well, I
he's
mean,
gotta
I think
be
it's
really
just like
careful.
it's post mortem.
Do you think he puts a leather mask on that too?
Yeah, for sure. He's got to dress up his dickhead just as much as his
You think he looks down and he's just like, man, my dick looks so ugly. I'm gonna put a no. He wants
Should
to
we
feel.
ask where did he get the
Shit,
leather
never mind.
mask? Like,
Take-
where,
He's
That's
been edging
what I
for
just said.
3,000.
that's so tantric. I don't think tantric rape is a thing. Like
Ready to go. He's just looking at his watch. God damn it.
definitely have one of those fucking like advisors.
No. By the way, I guarantee you, tantric rape is a thing.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, you just created it. Way to go! You
Yeah.
made the
Good
world.
job. You said those words together on the internet. Congratulations.
All right, next nominee.
I got one more question though. Where did he get the leather face mask from the start?
I think
Legitimate.
he had that on before he went in, right? It's not to hide his. It's not to hide his falling apart body. It's just he's now currently falling apart behind his gimp mask.
Beforehand, before he went in the bore, totally normal looking dude.
He bought it from the same stall in the mall that Uno got his eye patch with a painted red eyeball on it.
All right, next, Tom. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Right when it happened. A very close second is the mirror draw, any mirror draw throughout the course of the book.
There's so
Very
many good. The first book is so rife with like really horrifying. The mirror draws here. It's almost here. It's almost gonna get you. Like those moments are like, ugh. They still live inside my head.
The first
even after I've read all the other books, and I'm like they survive, and I still reread book one and go, oh fuck, the fade's there. Like I get it.
Cheryl Crow is right. Like the first mirror draw is the scariest. Like it's very much like when you, like they talk about the Black Rider, like when Rand just fumbling around with his bow and arrow on the way there in chapter 1.
I don't think that's right. I don't think Cheryl Crow sang that song.
I just googled tantric rape and linked you back here. Jono, you invented it. Look what you've done.
Real quick, Brother Dan just won the TWoTtie Award for Best Comment.
Oh, we should add comment awards. That's great.
No, he just won. We have to mail him a trophy.
All right. I've got a little trophy back there. Usagi Yojimbo is holding it.
Oh,
Well, mail it to Dan. That's
I
the
gotta
winner.
mail Dan a tiny trophy.
Also, come to Jordan Con. But that first mirror trial, the first interactions, really, right? So we have obviously in chapter 1, everyone's seen him as well in chapter 2 and 3. The one who presumably the same mirror trial coming down the old road back towards Rand's moving his dad on the gurney. Not his dad, spoiler. That first mirror trial is creepier than fuck. They're in Barrelon too. Every single interaction, really. The idea, their voice is ripped velvet almost. Isla's face, it's just fucking creepy.
Wait for it. Town where they hitch a ride with was it Almond Bunt that too?
Almond Bunt, yeah. Talking to that dark friend innkeeper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Almond Bunt, yeah.
Yeah.
That scene's really crazy and really good and really scary.
Yeah.
And suddenly, Almond Bunt's this huge hero for saving them, but
he's the whole reason the companion exists.
They ride with 2 different farmers. I can't remember which is which.
He rode 4 different because it's the weirdest. You go back in time and then forward.
No, that's Almond Bunt.
I should probably reread the Eye of the World again.
Should we reread the word? Reread? Reread?
I was 15. I just haven't read in 2 years. All right, so the winner of Best Villain is
Oh wait, I want to thank God above and all.
What about
Congratulations, Dan. Comment of the show. Comment
about
of
your
the Eye of the World.
parents, Dan? What about your parents? Unbelievable.
I know you didn't even thank your mother or father.
Everyone,
They put your sense of humor into you.
Everybody's going to dissect who Dan didn't thank tomorrow on the internet.
What about your the other puppet?
It's gonna be on front page TMZ. Yeah.
So winner of Best Villain just changed. It's Brother Dan. 2 tWoTties in one night. Winner of Best Villain is Child Buyer. John up at the White Cloaks, but that guy's the devilish, most devil in the whole goddamn book. Bialzmon's
I thought it'd be Peyton Fane. Okay.
no, he's
Interesting.
not much of a villain in this book.
He's not. He just runs behind them like a beggar.
But you find out what all he does at the end. Like, you find out that he was here,
He
and
doesn't
here.
really do anything at the end, though.
Not very
He just
villainous.
shows up.
At the end, though, you find out what all he has done earlier.
Not very villainous though.
I think you're straight out of book one, Jono.
Fine. All right, but yeah, Child Buyer is.
He didn't
like,
think his brother Ryan. I know.
oh, what an
We know
asshole.
Ryan.
What an asshole.
I still think it's Morgaze for being the cause of Elayne's existence.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Fuck,
yeah.
that, God damn, is that just win every book?
Yeah, Elayne also for being the cause of so much annoyance.
Hmm.
But sticking on topic, I think that Child Buyer is just like disturbingly like placid face of just like how everything goes, and then like I still remember the way he like almost fucking like wants to kill Perrin, but wants to like free him to kill him.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's such like twisted, like the way that he has twisted his own religion, which to some extent, you know, you can get behind, but the way he just makes it such a macabre motherfucker is disturbing and rooted in reality. So yeah,
I'm kind of shocked that he won above Baltimore and Naganor. Wait.
Agenor wasn't even a part of
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even make the list.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
when
just-
you're standing next to Baltimore, like, you know, sorry, you're
In
just
this-
overshadowed.
In this book, Agenor is nothing but Balthamel's hype man.
Yeah, he's just like, oh
He's like,
shit, you hear what he said?
He wants to rape
no!
He's gonna rape you. I mean, he's gonna rape you.
Oh my god, you're next. You're next.
Do you think that if Agenor had lived a couple more chapters and like you know Baltimore dies, but the first thing he does is goes and like creates weird rape monsters after having watched the terror?
I mean, he already did. They're called Mirror Drow.
yeah.
He already did.
And
But we don't know that in book one.
Oh, the golem would be the best because he can get in any fucking hole.
That is true.
Or the Green Man. What if the Golem and the Green Man had sex?
I'd watch it.
Just rubber Gumby plant babies.
Jesus.
You know,
I can change it any shape and then leaves sprout out.
Jono, what was the Dark One's best use of headaches in this book?
I try to think. What did I say? So obviously Rand, anyone who's channels for the first time, but specifically men, they get so Rand's first channeling experience is of course healing Bella. Like, right, that's what everyone assumes.
So great. So do Philadelphia.
So healing Bella on the right north, and then a few days later, what's he do? He's in Berlin, and he's all high as fuck briefly from the your first touch in the power, and then he tries to fuck with the Children of the Light. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Perrin won't even get out of bed.
yeah, but that's the same thing. So, like, relatedly, that same night, their first night in Berlin, they all have horrible dreams as opposed to having good dreams because they got to bed for the first time in a couple of nights or a night. And they have the rat dream with the broken backs and all that shit. And what's the side effect? Matt, headache. Perrin, lying in bed with a headache. Rand, headache.
Rand's coming down hard.
I mean, Matt's hung over in
Good shit.
Came Lynn with a dagger headache for
Yeah, that's true.
a couple of
Matt
weeks.
has a dagger headache.
A hangover.
Rand-
A dagger hangover.
Yeah, hang dagger. No, that's not right.
Danger?
Danger.
Dagger over?
You guys
Were
are
there
killing it.
other? I forget if I had other examples of headaches.
Those are pretty good examples, though. That was you're
Yeah,
nailing
you
it.
know it.
I mean, the dreams and they all wake up with actual headaches. I mean, come on, you crushed it. You nailed it.
The whole point of the whole point of these sidetracks between awards is to make sure we point out that all three of the Dark One's prongs of his plan happen in every single book.
Yeah, and that is key. That's integral. I need to make cards for that.
All right. I'm going to go inside for a second after I announce the next award. So I'm going to tell you all three nominees, but not the winner. So you guys.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's a good transition. Wait. I was trying to highlight this. Matt does get straight roofied by that dagger. It's good. Thank you. All right. What's the next category, Thomas?
Next category is Artax Dies Award for the saddest moment of the book.
Oh, the saddest moment when Artax dies. The saddest moment award. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I'm ready for this one.
Are you guys ready for the nominees?
I don't know.
It's Luce Theron's entire dead family. The two rivers burned to the ground, and the Green Man dying.
Okay. John, what would you like to discuss first?
I'll go in reverse order. Two rivers burned to the
dying.
ground is bizarrely, like, as everyone, if you've listened to this goddamn podcast of me talking about book one, like, I'm in love with the ambiance of the two rivers at first, but strangely, and I guess just strangely, it doesn't really bother me that it burns, because like the whole point of the two rivers is their never-ending desire to rebuild, to move on, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't feel like this is the end of the two rivers. Like, to me, like even watching it
That's
down,
true.
Like,
even when it's like that horrifyingly bad, you go, that's a good point. I never had the feeling of reading that book and going, oh no, they're destroyed. Like, they're never going to recover from this. Like, you have this feeling of like, as soon as Rand, Matt, and Perrin leave and like take the Trollocs and Midril with them, so to speak, they'll be okay. Like, when Moraine says that to them, like, you have to leave because they're after you, that makes complete sense. And I always just go, oh, well, they're going to be fine.
Well, especially when you find
Pam
out,
will wake up tomorrow. Like, everything's going to be good.
To that point, like, Rand does some, like, the world's worst recon, like, and then who burned down? And you find out that really only a couple of houses really burned. A few got singed, but it was just in a few spots, very localized. And, deaths were, despite Trollocs being, carnivorous, well, I don't know if it's half carnivorous because they're not all human, pieces of shit, they really weren't there for that, and therefore a few people really died, despite what you saw on this fucking TV show, which we do love. And so, you're not really that concerned.
Two rivers burns. Two rivers suck. Shit happens.
Exactly.
I mean, Luke Ashidai, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So that's here. What was the next one?
Shit. Tom's not here. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Drinking.
I have to remember things? I have to remember things?
One of them was a Green Man.
Oh, yeah. Green Man.
It was the Green Man.
Yes, Tom?
And Luce Theron's dead family. I'll be right back.
Oh, Luce Theron's dead family. That's the one I couldn't remember.
That one's torturous.
Yeah. But it's not the saddest moment in the book for me because I don't understand the weight of it while I'm reading it.
Yeah.
So I'm not like horrified and like upset at what I'm seeing because I don't understand who the character is. And I'm not like freaking out that he's murdered his whole family. I'm just like, who is this guy? Is he a villain? Like, you don't even know that much at that point. Like,
there's no stakes for it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no stakes. Yeah.
There is its own just solemn, just horribleness of, like, someone has killed his or her own family in this case, like, and he can't like mentally grapple with it, right? Like, that to me is just the most, like, and he's running around fixing his dog.
I mean, it's horrifying, and there's definitely I mean, like, when he like walked stepping over his dead family and not understanding what's happening.
Well,
that is horrifying.
Allegedly.
I mean, as far as Billy Zane has showed me.
Yeah.
He definitely stepped over his dead family.
But like, like reading it for the first time, you're just kind of like, well, this dude's lost his fucking mind, which is tragic on its own right. Although also saving grace, because you did kill your whole fucking family. So that's a lesson for you guys. If you are going to murder your family, maybe go insane first. Although apples, are.
So what do you think about Green Man? Because I think Green Man dying is closest to
tragic.
Yeah, closest to tragedy, closest to Artax, actually not. You know, like closest to the saddest moment. And I know it's not the winner, but here's why I think it's horrifyingly sad. You know he's the last of his race. You know he's doing it as a last ditch effort to like protect the Dragon Reborn or what he's doing there. He's fulfilling his mission, you know, theoretically, but at the same time, like it's still like one of those moments where you're like, no, you were so kind and wonderful and beautiful. There's butterflies landing on your face, and like, you know, like every ounce of that scene could be like Artax like slipping into the mud. Like that's classic, that scene.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the point, right? It's like he is clearly never hurt. He has never hurt anything unless that thing had to.
Yes, that's the key.
He has
He's
so
non-violent.
Something.
Like he has,
You guys are really stealing the thunder of the winner of the category.
Maybe. I'm sure I'll have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Like the answer is, like Semeshta's death hurt more than a lot of others.
Than Luce Theron's family, because like there's no stakes behind that. Like you don't know. I mean, granted, anytime a child dies, I'm like, no, you know, but like, but it's not what you see.
Yeah,
it sounds like Michael Jordan. Fuck them kids.
Kids.
The winner is
How
Hopper.
about MJ?
Hopper.
Oh.
Yeah, Hopper's death. Like I still remember all the descriptors for that. Like,
I buy that. No, that's 100%. I get it.
Yeah,
No, I'm there with you.
And
Green Man and Hopper are
death,
neck and neck for me. I'm fine with Hopper being the winner.
I don't think I'd watch them go neck and neck though.
No, yeah, I'd watch them to go neck and neck.
Hopper's
Red
like 10
Rocket.
feet too short though.
You just got to get down there.
I mean,
Well,
he
then
can jump
he-
really high.
That's true,
But
too.
yeah,
It's actually
Hopper's
very
death,
clear. It's in his name.
Hopper's death probably fucks Perrin up more than like really like his own.
But that is the Artax moment. That's Tom's not wrong.
Yeah,
Hopper
like,
dying. That's a big one. And it continues through the books. They forget about Green Man.
Right?
Nomeshta? Who knows about that guy?
Yeah.
But Hopper's death like resonates
That guy
throughout
made
the
flowers
series.
in my beard, whatever. Fuck it. But Hopper, that guy comes to me in my dreams.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like Hopper dying.
Yeah.
By the way, Dan said, for real, that horse thought it was dying for real. It didn't know it was part of the greatest movie ever made.
Oh,
Which
the
is
greatest
probably why
movie
that
ever made is
scene
The
is
Burbs with Tom Hanks.
So powerful. Pizza.
You know what I wish they would do, real quickly? Kill Bella. Next.
Interesting.
You ready for the next award?
Yeah.
Just following on your Burbs comment, every time we have a creepy neighbor, we just name them the Klopex, and we just refer to them as the Klopex. So like no one knows who we're talking about as we're like walking through the neighborhood, talking about a random family.
I mean, we have our clothes.
Joe Perry just a pizza dude.
I'm glad Joe Perry's one.
I like Hopper dying, Joe. Yeah, man, I did say that. Freeze that sound.
Pizza dude is the greatest comment that I've ever seen in the history of the show. Nobody knows what that means except Joe Perry.
I like Satan. Satan is our pal.
You guys ready for the next category?
Yeah. We're ready.
It's the biggest catfish of the book.
Ah, the biggest catfish of the book. One of the categories that I didn't quite understand how to fill out.
Of which there are so many in every book.
Yeah, there is a lot of catfish.
Usually there's only 3 nominees and 1 winner of each category. I made it 5 for this one.
Jesus. It's a lot of catfish.
I mean,
Or honeypots.
The first one I'm going to say doesn't know he's a catfish, but it's Rand. It's Dragon Reborn. It's fucking Dragon Reborn. He's not catfishing people, but I mean, come on.
I mean, he's inadvertently catfishing people.
Also, I feel like he knows. I feel like he knows.
Rand's sitting on a log going like, could be you. I don't know.
I feel like he knew way before.
All right, so you got to define the category for everyone because I have never watched. Like, I know what it means mostly, but so it's a trap.
Just pretending to be something you're not.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
D. Simone. Look at those nips.
It's pretending to be something you're not. I almost gave the win to Rand, and then I was just like, well, he doesn't really.
He doesn't
He's
pretend.
not doing it purposefully. It's the intent. The intent's
Yeah,
not
so he
there.
kind of doesn't. Actually, I feel like I'm pretty sure book 2 Rand is the biggest catfish.
Oh, we'll see when we do the Great Hunt tWoTties.
No, that already clearly like never mind.
I can't wait for the Great Hunt twice. Excited.
The Great
You're
Hunt
next, Great
tWoTties is
Twat?
going to be great.
The Great Twat.
All right. So also on the list of
Twice.
nominees for biggest
Great
catfish in this book is Millie Skame.
Millie Skank is one of the most underappreciated. She like reemerges 6 books later.
Bravo.
So many
Just-
books later.
Bravo. Millie Skane is the best pull for this.
I mean, come on. She's just like, hey, I'm a hot lady. I need some help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't work
Total-
out.
her
total
hot
lie.
dagger inside you. Yeah, her hot dagger is not her sword.
Next
Oh, man.
nominee for biggest catfish is Narg. Guys,
Knock knock. Who's there? Pizza guy. It's actually Trolloc.
he's full of shit. Narg friend? No, you're not.
We know that you're in there, and that
And
you're
that you're
all
all
alone.
Narg talking to Rand in the farmhouse and trying to be friends is like the internet version of just like a guy with a lady's profile, like trying to be friends with Rand on Facebook. Like, we're not, or trying to get money out of him. Like, we're not falling for it, dude. I'm gonna stab you.
Oh man, I don't think I was prepared for this much laughter.
It's like most people watching our show enjoy it.
Oh man, I just thought this was going to be like fun things to talk about.
I mean, they're the best ones. The other two catfish are the biggest catfish. They're just not hilarious. I mean, the next nominee for biggest catfish is Peyton Finn.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Not as fun
Yeah.
to talk about, but definitely funny. But yeah, definitely fits the category. Peyton Finn.
He is literally had his mind distilled to be a catfish.
And then
Tom's at a quarter chop, John. I just say no.
Oh,
Just a quarter.
What can we do to make you?
I mean, we'll figure it out. You gotta
I
dance.
thought we
somewhere,
made
I
it very clear at the beginning of the episode that it's not a chubby, it's a twatty.
Oh,
Well, Alzamon.
Yeah, the biggest catfish of the book is Ishmael. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, my problem with giving it to him was like, I'm not positive he even realizes he's doing it. He might actually believe.
No, he's not
If
crazy.
you're such, if you're
He's
such a
not
catfish
crazy until Rand cuts
You-
that cord.
that you believe that you are what you're saying you are, like
But he's
that's
not, but he
real.
doesn't. Currently.
Uh,
Currently.
I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
To Tom's original point, though, so that takes Rand out of the real, like at least this version of Rand, out of being the real catfish because he doesn't know. Just like in this case, does Balzamon know or Ishmael know that he's not? He's kind of starting to lose his mind after 3,000 years. It's well known he's lost his mind. Like he's in and out of the boar.
Nonsense. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows he's Ishmael. No, I disagree completely. I think after Rand cuts the black cord at the end of this book, he starts losing his shit, like through book 2 and 3.
John is trying to convince you that guy on the other end of the email might actually be a Saudi prince that needs to watch his money.
Not a Saudi prince.
Yeah.
This catfish has been done 1,000 times 1,000. It's true. Not only is he the best catfish of this book, he's been the best catfish for the last 3,000 years.
And the last
lot of-
3,000
He's
turnips.
lot
going
of
over that twatty.
He actually was catfishing when there was an internet, and then the world got destroyed. There was no more internet. Then they created the internet again, and he was like, "Oh my god,
And
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
be the
"Oh,
first
fuck,
and
I'm
best
I'm
catfish
going
that ever
to be the
existed."
first and best catfish.
No one will ever even know what a catfish is.
Biggest
I've already
catfish.
started.
I think that's great. I think that.
I'm glad it looks like the chick from the Choden Cow is like maybe fingering her ass or holding it.
Don't
You can't tell.
overanalyze
It's a
the
silhouette.
illustrations. You know how hard I worked on that illustration?
I mean, that was the
Come on.
He didn't.
the next one is MVP or MVC.
Yeah, most valuable character Basically it's the best actor, I suppose.
It's not going to be
In the equivalent of the tWoTties.
I think I'm going to move these around next time because I was like, well, I'll change the most valuable character and then our last award. Like, those are the big ones. We'll save it for the end. And then I've realized, like, I should have just saved biggest catfish for the end. It's funny as well.
I mean, I think you need to. It could change every book, but
Just do
like,
whatever you want, man.
just
Yeah,
figure
that's
out
true.
what are your best answers and go like, this one's going to be the funniest laughs. Yeah, I gotta
Most
say what-
valuable. All right. So, most valuable character based on your votes, audience. And
Mhm.
just by that, I mean just three of us. Tom Maryland. I think that was
Okay.
made clear by what we talked
Yeah.
about earlier.
We've been talking about
He's
Tom a lot.
yeah, he's been around a lot. Lan Mandragoran.
Yeah, he's
Not-
awesome.
I don't know if I've heard of him.
Shocking second place, Randall Thor.
Randolph Thor, second place, MVC.
Well, the only
I-
the only MVC I think that was consistent between all of us was Moraine.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
I mean, the whole thing. If it wasn't for her, Rand would be sitting there jerking
That's
off.
kind of why I put her on my list, because she wasn't like she's not the best mentor, she's not the best anything, but like without her, none of this works, none of this comes out. You know,
Yeah, I thought Moraine fans might be mad up to this point until she won.
they're like, Moraine's getting shafted.
I mean, she won Best Actress.
I would
Actor,
watch her getting
actress.
shafted though.
I mean, depends on how they're. Jono could get me across the finish line with them fantastic bosoms. So excited! I'm gonna go fist a puppet for a few hours now. You
It's
awesome.
been like
Bye.
an
Bye, Tom.
an
Have fun on the way of belief.
excessive amount of quotes about these tits.
I mean, he's very excited that Jono's not wearing a shirt. And
It's not
who
excessive.
isn't?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
I mean,
to
it's
work on
not-
her writing because
Yeah, Moraine crushes it. I mean, yeah, she's got to be the best. You can't do anything without her. She gets them out of the two rivers. She gets them everywhere that she didn't go. She forces them into the ways using loyal, like
If she doesn't show up, very simply, they all sit there and get fucking murdered at home.
yeah,
that's
that's exactly right. Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe. I mean, the pattern might have taken care of that. There's an argument to be made.
Oh,
that the
you
pattern
know what?
would
There's
have
an
just-
argument to be made. You sure?
All right, watch this. Best catfish, the pattern. Like
I've learned in the show she doesn't get shafted.
We
We
don't
don't know
know
that.
that. We
They're
just
just pillow
we-
friends.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it maybe just be a phase, right? I learned that from the books. It's just a phase she's going through.
All right, John, before the last category, you've got to give us the best example of the third prong of the Dark One's plan, rape from book one.
Oh, that's difficult. If only there was a guy whose name was synonymous with rape.
Yeah.
Samuel Hake, not even a dark friend, as far as we know, right? We never see.
Not technically,
but does anything?
but
put
weirdly
Rand
fits
off?
into the Dark One's plan very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why Howell Goad was so capable of like getting a room, getting all this, and just kind of, really like, hey, we're gonna take care of this. Plus, we don't know what Jack is doing. We don't
We
know.
also don't know where that oath rod has been.
Well, that's very true.
I mean, I've got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that.
It's really old. I think it's been literally
One week.
anywhere it fits. It's been.
Literally everywhere.
But so that's obviously, the most obvious, literally the Hake rape, but also Balthamel, one of the 13 most loyal, powerful people for the Dark One.
And the first thing he did, what's he do? Gets out of the board.
Rape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediate.
He's like, you know what? I've just been getting 3,000.
It's almost like he's been thinking about it for 3,000 years.
Yeah. This guy's leather fucking hoodie on his face, leather hoodie on his dick. He's ready to get to work.
Jesus.
It's the one thing he wears a leather hoodie on his dick.
Man, by the way, boys, I'm very proud of you guys. Like, we've pulled this out of our assholes, and this has been very entertaining.
See, that's what you think. We did not. This is very well planned.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done things.
Also,
Have you seen these titles?
Oh my god, it makes it feel so much more official. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
This tunnel of golden light never ends.
Penis. Yeah.
I wanted something more completely round, but I liked that.
Are
Just
you
to
ready for
represent the needle.
the last award?
Or
of the night?
anus. Yeah.
This is the big one.
This is the big one.
This is the best picture.
It's
It's
the
the
big
on
one.
your it's the on your left award for the biggest moment of the book, or the most chill-inducing moment, or just the one that gets you the most excited every time.
No, we're definitely renaming this the on your left moment. John was like, I don't get the on your left reference, but
We don't need him to.
Okay.
Here's some nominees. The prologue.
Yes.
To be fair, that's very heavy if you're a huge fan and a rereader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're still putting
So again, we kind of discussed that with Artax dies moment of the books, the saddest moment of the books. Like the prologue is heavy on a reread, not so much on a first read. So if you're just looking at Eye of the World, I feel like the prologue isn't necessarily
we're putting it
the
in.
most chill-inducing
It is.
moment.
It's your most holy shit moment, kind of.
Yeah.
He creates a fucking volcano and an
Hello,
island.
Andrew.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
Andrew.
I agree with that. A little too formal.
Yeah. Oh. Well, better?
There you go.
There you go.
Loosen that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now it looks like you're having after work drinks instead of about to present me a PowerPoint.
Imagine Jono going into work with a tie on. So on this next slide,
Just plugging a zip
can
drive in.
see-
Like, hold on a minute,
you can see that the budget is clearly showing that.
gentlemen,
Yes, but yes, what else?
ladies.
Yeah. Mhm.
The Forsaken arriving when they get to the eye.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrifying.
it's
Yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah, and
I
the
mean,
way
we've
that
touched on it
Moraine-
multiple times. But horrifying.
Moraine.
I've
I've never felt more scared for them in my life. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
I never felt they were more danger through the other 14 books than that
Yeah,
moment.
because
I was like,
because
oh, you're
no
all
one knows
gonna
what they're
die.
doing. Lan gets whipped off to the side in 2 seconds. He's the one who's protecting them the whole time.
And
You know,
have
and
to
then
remember
Moraine, too.
Land
In later
could
books-
die because Land doesn't fulfill anything at that point.
We
Like,
know a lot more about the Forsaken now than we did then. Like then it
Mhm.
seemed like them, especially with everything they say during the course of the book. Like it seems like them showing them like, well, this is over. Like
Yeah.
they're not gods, but when you read the book the first time, that's the impression you're given.
Demi,
100%. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Another nominee, Rand actually using the eye and like everything that goes along with it.
that whole
Yeah.
thing's fucking nuts. I that is like
It's
The
so
first-
nuts that it's not even written to the point where you can fully understand what's happening.
true.
You know?
Very, very true. Yeah, it's written a little obliquely so that you can be like, oh, by the way, not what you thought. He was talking with some other entity that doesn't, maybe not what you thought. And anyway, there's 13 more books. Have a good time.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. If we only got published once, we're good to go here.
Is this the first part in the trilogy? Is this the first book and that's it? We don't know.
14 book? Who fucking knows, man?
What is a trilogy called when it's 14?
I have no idea.
Quintilogy -1 trilogy.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's just the eye is in front of.
You know what? I knew that too.
So dumb. Yeah. So dumb. Yeah, I don't know.
I believe I asked.
A eulogy.
Okay.
Oh, and then the winner is the end. Jono put this forth when Moraine says the dragon is reborn. We knew it the whole time, but it's still the same. Like you get to the end of the book and that's it, and you're just like, holy fuck.
I mean, you're not.
go.
I mean, Jono, you're not wrong, and good job fucking putting that down as your answer because I was like, nailed it. I mean, just her, and she's talking to herself basically, and that even makes it more like ominous and chill-inducing.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No, it's the scene that like every time you read, it's just again, like I said, you fucking know it, but it's there at the very end. Like
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the dragon is reborn. And I think is she looking to her Cassera at the time? I don't think she is, because why would she? She doesn't need to be hearing anyone.
I don't think so.
Yeah. She's just sitting in the gardens there in Faldara, and it's just like, oh, nipples are getting hard. Oh, penis is getting smaller. Good luck with that.
Are you just chatting, or is this like?
I mean, what's happening? I don't know.
Well, that's what she does, right? She's just talking out loud. The dragon will be reborn. My penis is getting smaller. Why is there a fucking difference? Maybe you're getting a chill from hearing about my penis.
It's a weird way. This is a weird way to end it.
I mean, so that's tWoTcast for this week, I think, is what we're trying to say. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and in theory, we get better at responding to them. That is theoretically still true. You can listen to the audio version of this show wherever you get your podcasts. tWoTcast theme songs brought to you by the one and the only Taffy Bennington. And the outro is brought to you by Andrew, Bard of Time. He's amazing as well.
That's really true.
Thank you to no guests, because we didn't have any. Join us next episode for more Wheel of Time content covering probably more of this. I think we're going to do the Great Hunt next. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what we do. Maybe we'll do something else. I don't know.
If you would like to be a guest on the tWoTties, send us an email.
Yeah, let us know.
But also don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you absolutely can. I'd actually really like to, because we've had a year of guests with the whole Wheel of Time companion.
You want to do Year of Randos?
Yeah, I was like, why don't we have some fans on?
All right.
Email us at twatcast@gmail.com.
They're not allowed to nominate anything.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just be there to discuss it. Don't diminish them, Tom.
yeah. But come on the show. We'll be very happy to.
I'm already annoyed that you guys get to nominate things.
I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
And Tom.
Study your math.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.